Okay students, so the last topic is artificial kidney or hemodialysis. Okay, we all know the kidney is the filtration unit of our body. If due to any injury or due to any accident or due to any medical reasons a person's kidney get failure, then we can adapt an artificial kidney method, or you can say the kidney failures can be managed by the artificial kidney. Artificial kidney is a device used to remove the nitrogenous waste products from the body through dialysis. The patient has to go for dialysis for removing the nitrogenous waste from its body. Definitely, if the person will not go for dialysis, then the waste get accumulated in the patient's body, and after a duration of time, that waste get accumulated and get poisonous in the body, and the person may get die. So the person whose kidney failure, the person who get any sort of kidney failure, they should go for hemodialysis, or you can say the artificial kidney. What happened in the artificial kidney? What is the process of hemodialysis? See here, the blood is taken out from an artery, definitely from the artery of the patients. First, we have to lower down the pressure of the blood, because obviously in artery the pressure of the blood is very high. First process, we have to lower down the pressure of the blood in this apparatus, and then after lower down the pressure of the blood, we will add the heparin. Heparin is an anticoagulant which used to prevent the clotting of the blood. Okay, so inside our body heparin is there. Now the blood is outside our body, so definitely the blood may get clot. To avoid this clotting of the blood, we will add anticoagulant heparin to it. Now we let this blood to pass through this dialyzing chamber. Dialyzing chamber consists of dialyzing fluid. Dialyzing fluid is having the same osmotic pressure as that of blood, because blood is also passing from this, and here only in this chamber only dialyzing fluid is there. The dialyzing fluid osmotic pressure is same as that of the blood. That's it, that only the dialyzing fluid is devoid of nitrogenous waste. Now the blood is going through this dialyzing chamber. Automatically the nitrogenous waste of the blood get out of the blood into the dialyzing fluid by the process of diffusion from high concentration to low concentration. By the process of diffusion, whatever the nitrogenous waste are present into the blood, it get diffused out from the blood to that dialyzing fluid. Now that waste dialyzing fluid, we are collecting it to the another container, and into the frequent interval we have to provide this we have to keep providing this chamber with a fresh dialyzing solution. After that, when this blood whenever this all the nitrogenous waste of this blood get excreted out, then or get expel out, this blood get again passes through this tube into the line from first again we use anti-heparin, because now no need of heparin is there. Body automatically we are passing this blood into the vein now. So now we will add anti-heparin, and now connect this tube from the vein of the patient, and now the blood get again transfers into the patient's body. So by this process, the nitrogenous waste of the patient's blood can expel out of his or her body. Okay, so this was the last topic of this chapter, and now this chapter is finished. Okay.